Good fish right there. Up a little bit. These bad boys are getting a little slick on the cricket. What is happening, people? Hey, back in Hyco Lake, it is January the 2nd. It's cold, a little bit warmer today. Water temperature right here is 47 degrees. We're going to go down towards the warmer water, see what we can come up with. Air temperature is about 50 degrees. It's been really cold this week. One of the reasons I picked today to come, it was warmer. We're sitting right on the full moon tonight. Sometimes a crappie bite can be tough on that full moon. Anyway, guys, come along with me. Hope you enjoy the video. Well, we got a knot in the line already. Y'all ever do that? Y'all ever do that? Get a knot in your line on the first cast? What kind of mess is that? Hand line to me. So as you can see, these fish right here, they are in open water. No rhyme to the reason. You see them going down because the boats get close. They're very spooky. See, they're going all the way to the bottom because the boat's getting close to them. Fish like that are very difficult to catch. There he is. Another one right there. It's a little bit better, I believe. He looks like a cookie cutter right there. Got the same size. Caught him on that blue LC shad. Now, since this water is 53 degrees right here, I'm not going to downsize my lure yet. And many times this time of year when it gets really cold, sometimes you got to really downsize your lure to get that bite. Looks like that lure with that wind blowing is falling about a foot per second. I want to get down in about 10 foot deep. That brings me right through the school of crappie. Hopefully I'll get bit. Just like that right there. Boom! I'm talking about. Guys, you can still come out here in the wintertime, catch some fish. Now, this is getting small, y'all. We'll have to move. That's a little one. Can't have that. Or I'm gonna just switch lures real quick. I'm not gonna sit on a bunch of little fish. I'll stay here a little while. Of course, little ones is fun to catch, but we're looking for we're trying to target those larger crappie. All right, take two, y'all. I'm about to tie it back on. Took me a little bit. Just like that, boom. I changed colors a little bit. I'll tell you what I did since this wind blowing so hard. You see what the color change makes? Now, I'm telling you, this color right here. Look at that. It's got 11-inch crappie right there. This color right here has been a hot color during the testing. That's been a good color right there. The yellow's coming out 20, 26. Well, it might be out now, I don't know. That's that two-tone yellow. It's got a chartreuse yellow and a yellow back. It's been a good color. Now, let me show you what I did. Since this wind is constant about 10 miles per hour, unfortunately, I got a 16th on the top, dual rig jig, and a 16th on the bottom. Like I said, that bottom one is probably closer to an 1/8. maybe 3/16 more than likely. The head looks awful big to me to be a 16. I've never weighed them, but it looks awful big to be a 16. So it's sinking probably 2 foot per second. And so, of course, when I know it's sinking like that fast, I have to accommodate for it. But it gets me down in the strike zone a little bit quicker. Tease that out of there. Not a very big one. Yeah, he's 9 1/4 inches. You're fishing that blue. Alright, doesn't hit the shad color on top. Oh, boom. Yeah, it's just a small fry. He's about 9 1/4 inches. Not no big one. Another reason I use a dual rig jig a lot, just because of that, giving them 2 different colors choose from. I swear a lot of these fish look like bass down there schooling. He hit at it, but he missed it. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Don't tell nobody. Lots of times, this crappie is pushing 10 inches there. A lot of times you get the tight school of crappie like that, and you got your jig down in them. If you lift that lure up, you'll lift the tip of the rod up to pull that lure up and through them and come out the top of them. It looks like a minnow trying to dart away from the group. Lots of times you'll have a crappie peel out and actually eat the lure. Don't tell everybody that. You know, I'll say this, while we sitting here fishing, waiting on a bite, I have so many people that comment on videos about, y'all using live scope, y'all cheating. Y'all using live scope. I wouldn't watch it because y'all using live scope. All of those different opinions about using live scope. But there is a lot of, we do have live scope, and I can see those fish. It's probably 30 fish down there around this structure. And I can see them, and I can see my lure. And I can tell you, they're not all hungry. But there is a lot of technique that we apply to the rod and to the lure that you just don't realize. Just like what I told you a few minutes ago about picking the lure up past them, casting to them, counting it down. There's probably 15 or 18 different techniques that you can use in a day's time to get a crappie to bite. So I'm not sitting out here just holding the minnow down there at 12 foot waiting on a crappie to come over there and bite. So I'm using my foot to control the head of the transducer to move it around. I've got spot lock on, or either I'm using spot lock. So just remember, if you don't like live scope, you're watching this video, there's a lot more going on than me just looking at this screen in the technique. And those techniques are developed over years of actually fishing. That's not bragging or boasting, that's just telling you the truth. I'm just caught this fish. Just caught this fish out of open water. These fish are just schooled out in open water. So that's kind of what I'm doing at the present time. These fish are just no rhyme or reason. They're out here all by themselves in open water. So let's go back and see if we catch another. So as we were talking about, what I'm doing is, and I'm just jigging the lure like this, just like a minnow would be swimming through the group, waiting on one to come up and bite. And lots of fish will come up and look at the lure, but not necessarily bite it. And so you notice I'm just lowering the lure back down. So there are so many techniques that's used when you're using live scope that you use during fishing. I might see fish on the bottom and I may cast to them, let it sink, pick up on the tip of the rod, get the lure up just off the bottom and start a slow wind back to get fish to come up off the bottom and hit. So there's a lot of techniques. Dennis, he'll comment on this video. The ones have live scope. There's so many more techniques you use than just looking at the screen. It's not casting at a fish, dropping the lure and catching him. Sometimes it's that easy, but most of the time it's not that easy. So just remember that, guys, that it ain't always that easy. These fish done got a little tight mouth. We're gonna make a little bit of move. I'll be right back. There's another one on the yellow. Boom. Crappie there about 10 inches. I'm just following these schools around, y'all. Not hanging around anything, just following the schools around. Boom. Hey guys, we getting ready to end the video for today. All in all, it's been a pretty good day today. I finally got over here out of the wind, and that was much better. A lot of crappie around this bridge, but a lot of fishing pressure. Those crappie a little lethargic about biting. They getting beat to death. It was a good day to be on the water, even though it's cold. Guys, you remember God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget to hit the like button and click that notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you on the water.